Good afternoon, everybody, and thanks for clicking on 5 News Web News. It is Friday, March 29th. I'm Brittany Hoke.
And I'm Matt Heckel, and here are some of the top stories we've been following here on 5 News today. A 16-year-old boy, was flown to the hospital last night after an ATV accident in Barber County.
That's right. Firefighters on scene told us that he hit a deer at around 9:30 last night, on Union Road. Again, we aren't told that, we are told the teen had to be flown to the hospital, but we are not sure what condition he's in right now. We're going to have more details for you tonight on First at 5. And a Harrison County woman had 20 dogs removed from her home yesterday.
Yeah, and it's not the first time the owner was warned about having the pets. Harrison County Sheriff's deputies found the 11 dogs and 9 puppies at Nancy Starkey's home on Chestnut Street. She's now charged with animal cruelty. The dogs were being kept in her garage and kennels, so they were confined to small places. Most of them are healthy, and humane officers say they will be adoptable. If you're interested in taking one of the dogs, you can visit the Humane Society or Animal Control. Starkey again now faces 1 count of animal cruelty. Clarksburg police arrested a man accused of attacking an elderly woman inside her home with a knife and robbing her. Billy Lloyd is in jail on a $175,000 bond. The elderly woman says Lloyd broke into her home on Milford Street and cut her fingers to the point where she needed stitches. She's also accused of stealing about $1,000 from her as well as her jewelry.
But they are still looking for the person who shot at a Clarksburg home Wednesday night. Police say that a man shot up a house on Flynn Street several times. They spent most of the night interviewing neighbors and collecting additional evidence. They're still not sure why that house was targeted. If you have anything that could help them, you can call the Clarksburg Police tip line at 624-1625.
Well, staying in Clarksburg, crews are still investigating a fire at an abandoned home there this week. It happened Wednesday night on Boyd Street. Now, a woman who lives next to the abandoned house thought her home was on fire at first and called 911. When she realized it was actually next door, she ran door to door to get her neighbors out of there. The fire started on the first floor and spread to the attic. It took crews several minutes to get it under control. Now, no utilities were hooked up at the time that the fire started. And we're still waiting to hear what the condition is of a woman who was pulled from her burning home in Marion County on Wednesday night. The woman's neighbor was driving out of the neighborhood Wednesday afternoon when he saw smoke coming from her house. He managed to pull the woman out of her home and even perform CPR on her. She was flown to the hospital shortly thereafter. How the fire started, though, has not yet been determined.
And the death of a man in Preston County is still under investigation as authorities wait for autopsy results. The body of 50-year-old Jimmy Tusing was discovered Saturday morning on Sanders Hill Road. Police have released very little information surrounding his death. They're now waiting to see if foul play was involved. If you know anything about this case, call the Preston County Sheriff's Department at 329-1611.
Well, a pipe burst at a Mon County elementary school on Wednesday night. Now school officials are trying to get several inches of water cleaned up before students come back from spring break. A pipe in a girls' bathroom on the 2nd floor apparently disintegrated. School officials told us there's about $10,000 to $20,000 worth of damage. They said it was fortunate that students are on spring break this week because that gives them more time to get everything cleaned up.
It's very distressful to everyone. The teachers work so hard and their rooms are so attractive and so well maintained that everyone is a little bit distressed today, to say the least.
Now, she said they'll continue to monitor the situation to see if students will be able to return to school as scheduled on Tuesday. And before we move on, let's take a quick look at what our newsroom is working on for tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6. First up, more details on an ATV accident that injured a little boy.
And if you thought the teen drivers were the only ones texting behind the wheel, think again. In fact, they don't even do it the most. Find out who does. Plus, it's Easter weekend and sunshine and warmer temps are on the way. In fact, they're already here.
Yeah.
The first solar forecast is coming up tonight on First at 5 and 5 News at 6.
Liking that warmer weather.
Me
That's
too.
going to do it for us here. Of course, be sure to tune in tonight for First at 5 and 5 News at 6 with Nate Smale and Ken Meehan. And until then,
Happy Easter and have a great weekend, everybody.